Small Outline Dual Inline Memory Module, SODIMM. Think of the Small Outline Dual Inline Memory Module, or SODIMM, as the compact, high-performance engine of the mobile computing world. To master the CompTIA A+ exam and prepare for your hands-on labs at BCC, you must understand that while a SODIMM performs the exact same logical function as its larger desktop cousin, the standard DIMM, it is physically and architecturally engineered for the tight, heat-sensitive confines of laptops, small form-factor PCs, and even some high-end networking hardware. The physical profile, size matters. The most obvious characteristic of an SODIMM is its physical footprint. A standard desktop DIMM is roughly 5.5 inches long. An SODIMM is almost exactly half that size, coming in at about 2.5 inches or 67 millimeters in length. This miniaturization is what allows manufacturers to build the ultra-thin laptops you see today. However, because they are so small, they cannot use the same physical slots as a desktop. If you try to force an SODIMM into a desktop motherboard or vice versa, you will break the hardware. They are physically incompatible by design. The architecture, pin counts, and notches. Just like standard RAM, SODIMMs have evolved through different generations: DDR3, DDR4, and the modern DDR5. As a technician, you must pay close attention to the pin count and the notch position. The notch is the small plastic cutout in the row of gold pins at the bottom of the module. Its purpose is to act as a physical key. A DDR3 SODIMM has 204 pins. A DDR4 SODIMM has 260 pins. A DDR5 SODIMM has 262 pins. The notch is placed in a different spot for every generation. This is a safety feature called keying. It ensures that you cannot accidentally plug a DDR4 stick into a DDR3 slot, which would cause an electrical short and likely fry the motherboard. Performance, parity with desktops. There is a common myth in the IT world that laptop memory is slower than desktop memory. While this was true 20 years ago, it is no longer the case. Modern SODIMMs utilize the same dual-channel architecture and the same clock speeds as desktop RAM. If you are running a heavy cybersecurity tool or a local AI model on an Ubuntu laptop with 32 gigabytes of DDR4 SODIMM memory, it will perform almost identically to a desktop with the same specs. The only real trade-off is heat. Because SODIMMs are packed into a tiny laptop chassis with very little airflow, they often run hotter than desktop RAM. This is why you will rarely see large, fancy heat spreaders or RGB lighting on SODIMMs. There simply isn't enough physical room for them. The installation, the spring lock method. As you work on your home lab or help friends with repairs, you'll notice that the installation of an SODIMM is unique. Desktop RAM is pushed straight down into a slot. Laptop SODIMMs, however, are usually inserted at a 45-degree angle. Once the pins are seated in the slot, you press the module down flat toward the motherboard until two metal spring clips on the sides click into place. To remove it, you simply pull those clips outward, and the RAM module will spring back up to that 45-degree angle for easy removal. Comparison for the A+ exam. To lock this in for your certification, remember these three key contrasts. SODIMM versus DIMM size. SODIMMs are approximately half the physical length of a standard DIMM. SODIMM versus DIMM application. SODIMMs are for laptops and small form-factor devices. DIMMs are for desktops and servers. Compatibility. Even within SODIMMs, you cannot mix generations. A DDR4 module will not fit into a DDR5 slot due to the notch position and pin count. By mastering the SODIMM, you understand the backbone of mobile computing. giving you the power to upgrade and repair the portable tools that modern cybersecurity professionals rely on every day.